listening to the Doncast with myself, Chris Smith, and Jacob Snyder on the line.
Hey, yo.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Do you know the name of this song?
No. Hey.
I really like the electronic drummer there.
Oh, yeah.
This track can be found on the Don Loans Project bonus. 84 tracks that you couldn't live without. This was found on a disc, as most of the bonus was. And this song was labeled. Listen to this breakdown. That's intense. It's called So This Is Pizza.
Oh. We have a lot of songs about pizza.
We do. Well, I think that's the only one that actually calls out pizza. So we're the Don Loans Project. We're talking about our own work. That's this week's theme song here on the Doncast.
So this is pizza. It's like what you say when, you get that like late night craving. The only thing open is Domino's. You get it, and you open the box, and you're like, so this is pizza?
Wow. I mean, I was living on frozen pizza for a long time there.
You sure did. And red pepper flakes.
That's right. That's right. Stations of a creative diet. Well, we've been creative for many years, and we're somewhere in the 2009, 2010 era. No,
right.
A little earlier, as we wrap up the last of the songs that belong on the 2009 album, Your Favorite Songs.
Aha.
Now, the previous two podcasts have discussed this very album because Jacob and I had decided after so much other work that we would just completely indulge in covers, and we did. And we did so to such an extent that 5 of the 15 tracks were lost.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. So recently, these are all recently found. These have not really been heard.
Oh, I don't even know what these are.
Oh, man. Well, you were a participant in almost all of them. A few of them are my solo contributions and kind of clunkers, but the Your Favorite Songs album 2009 now includes all 15 tracks. The first one is an original, and it's one of the more challenging tracks.
Challenging.
I figured we'd get this out of the way. It's 3.5 minutes. You won't get back. It's called Miguel Haxon.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what the content? I remembered the title, but until I heard it.
I remember the title, but that's it.
You don't remember much of what we did. It's a lot of sound montage.
That makes sense.
I think Mr. Haxon himself comes in. Here we go on the Doncast.
As close to his private world as you could ever hope to get. People are always asking about the man behind the myth. But in this electric moment, is there really any difference?
This is it. But I just want to say that these will be my final show performances in London. This will be it. This is it. When I say this is it, it really means this is it. Because I'll be performing the song my fans want to hear. This is it. I mean, this is really it. This is the final curtain call. Okay? And I'll see you in July.
Let's give this some pause.
Holy Jesus.
You didn't remember this, and I didn't really either.
No, but as soon as I heard it, I was like, I did remember it. That's
well, but I can't. Can you name any of those chords? Did you hear that?
But the chords are cool.
Whoa! I mean, the opening riff is cool. It gets really weird and complex.
I like the bridge part a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we decided that we would repurpose that instrumental track with all of this.
Was this
Michael Jackson press conference?
When did he die? Do you remember?
He had not yet passed, I don't think.
So this was not a tribute. This was like prophetic. This is it.
Well, I mean, that was him at his press conference.
I know, but the way we used the sample, you know.
Yeah, I think that we found his press conference to be remarkable and decided to give it its moment.
When I say this is it, I mean this is it.
And that one really long pause, you think that was our creative editing. It was not. I remember that.
Not at all.
Now, we did pump a lot of audience noise behind this. I really appreciate it. Because for a long time, I was advocating for you and I recording what sounded like a live album and making all of this audience come in and out.
We tried. Oh my! I remember we strung together audience noise from different live performances of other people.
Right.
And sometimes they just be like 10-second breaks between the songs. And I don't know how many hundreds of those we found and, crossfaded them into each other. And I remember we did like 3 different attempts at that in real time to mix that with the songs. And it never worked out.
No, but here, I mean,
it was the Drug Rock album. Wasn't that it?
Did you know that the song Benny and the Jets, that audience noise is fake?
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Benny. Benny.
Let's get back to this.
Let's hear some more.
I love you. I really do. You have to know that I love you so much. Really. From the bottom of my heart. This is it. And see you in July.
Well, it looks like that was the brief statement people waited hours for. This is it. That's the banner. That's what it reads right above where Michael Jackson just made this announcement. Michael Jackson at the O2 Arena in London saying it's the final curtain call. Final curtain call for the king of pop. There's someone else there grabbing the mic. We don't know who that is. In any case, there's only one person people gathered there care about, and that is Michael Jackson. He's going to make a comeback in July. He's going to hold a series of concerts saying he's going to sing the songs that his fans want him to sing. Thriller, all the other ones, those that made him famous and helped him sell 100 million copies of a single album. All right, well, it's interesting. It's what's going on today. It's what people are talking about. So we're going to keep following that. For now, here at the International Desk, we're going to take a break. Stay with us.
Wow, from the International Desk.
Thriller, all the other ones.
All the ones that made him famous. There's only one person they people care about. Wow, I like that we just, the band just keeps jamming.
Yeah.
including the electric guitar.
The beat goes on.
I would love to hear that ISO electric guitar. That was very interesting.
That was a cool, forgotten track.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well
No
done,
kidding.
man.
Thank you.
So before we get into the rest of these, quick question: have you amended the playlists to reflect these found songs?
That's right.
Awesome. And where can you find that?
You can go to Your Favorite Songs 2009 on the Don Loans Project YouTube channel. No kidding, folks. Click around, make yourself useful, have a blast.
If you're within the sound of our voices.
That's right. You already found this.
You're very close.
And it's all there, and it's not like we're trying to get ads or drive traffic. We did these things long ago. We passed discs around amongst ourselves and
no
friends,
commercials to listen to.
Yeah, we really did. Boy, those overdubs in that track alone.
We've got all our songs on there. Thriller, all the other ones.
All the ones. There's only one person that people care about.
And that's Don Loans.
That's the Don Loans Project. Now, here you go. Before we finish off Your Favorite Songs, here's an era song. Another from the bonus, but to place it in time, I bet you the bass line is just as good as what we just heard.
We think this is like 08, 09-ish.
I think this is 08, 09-ish. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts.
Cue it up, Steve.
This is an original Don Loans tune with work.
Ooh.
Drink a fucking beer.
Wait a minute. You got to hear that from the very top. This is all enclosed in this track.
Yeah, let's hear this.
And somebody has enough time to drink a beer.
Enough time to drink a fucking beer. One, two, three, Sandy. Yeah. When you reply this message, I'll send you the full details and more information about myself. And the floods, when you reply this message. To encroach into your privacy, I found your listing the train center chambers of love.
Before this goes on,
wow.
Before we hear part 2 of this track called When You Reply,
Yep.
let's tell them the concept.
I think I actually know what this is. So we, at one point, we've always shared these bogus emails with each other about, spam, junk emails that people send. And you can always tell it's from some part of the world that English isn't the first language. And so you get lines like, I'm pleasurable to offer you my partnership in business. And you can find our company in the Trade Center Chambers of Commerce.
Right.
So I think the idea was to collect as many of the best of those as we could and use them as lyrics in a song.
Well, I think this is just one email, and I
know we had
I know
several.
we were collecting emails towards this end. New Year's
there
Pills.
were several others. Now I don't
track.
remember if this was going to be a like a project unto itself, or is this going to be a single song? I think there was more than one of these songs.
Yeah. No, I did a track called New Year's Pills.
That's right. We're pleased to offer you these New Year's pills.
That's right.
That's great.
So, but it's one that we never finished. If somebody steals this idea, I'm not going to be upset. I'll be
it's a great idea. I'm sorry to encroach into your privacy.
Now, our interpretation of this email started with an interesting heart singing moment.
What's that?
Well, what we heard in the beginning when you replied, the full details, right?
What's that? A madrigal, maybe?
A little madrigal type number. I wonder if we're in for another one of those here in the second 2 minutes of this track. Oh yes.
When you reply this message,
Oh my. Well, that was nice. I just wonder why this track has another minute left on it.
Well, if it's anything like the lead-in, you got enough time to drink a fucking beer.
That was some CZ synthesizer right there.
Oh, classic synthesizer.
But also, I really like your guitar work.
Thank you.
It was very, very Trey-like. What can I say?
Good.
All right. Well, we'll just skip through the silence. Actually,
hey, wait, real quick. Did you see that picture of Mike Gordon on Facebook the other day? With
with all the cats.
Holding all those cats.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I mean, portrait of the artist.
I know. Do you know the new
it's weird
album?
Too, he's so gray now. And
What's that?
He's so gray now, and those cats are also very gray.
Hmm.
And he had them so close to his head, it was hard to tell where Mike Gordon stopped and the cats began.
Right. Yeah, he's I listened to the new album, the new Mike Gordon Leo Kottke album.
What did you think?
And it's got a clunker.
Oh,
There's an original Mike tune that's not especially good.
yeah.
But the cringeworthy clunker is a song called Alphabet Street that I have to admit I didn't know was a Prince cover, but it's kind of a Mike's a Slut anthem. It was very interesting to hear it. Yes, and then he was seen on Thanksgiving surrounded by cats. He's quite a guy. But the album, the art stands alone. His bass lines against Leo's are as good as ever. The contributions, it's very clear that like Leo brought some really good songs to the table.
His playing is still up to snuff. Leo's is.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's good because he's had so much arthritis and finger troubles over the years,
which you can hear that he wants to play it his way, and Mike has a good sense when he has a leader like that.
Yes.
Leaderless Mike is much like a beltless buckler.
Beltless buckler.
All right, and speaking of leaderless, the next track is, we're only going to hear a chunk of it. It is one of my 2 solo contributions to your favorite songs. The Beatles did it better. We're still learning. I tried to cover Because, etc. It's kind of neat. It's flawed by some singing. I gotta say, there are some good ideas plagued by some very poor performance. Like
I don't know. I'm really digging the synth and the drums.
Synth and the drums are okay.
I think it's really good too.
That rush on the cymbals is gonna kill it. Somebody discovered delay. I gotta say, the drum set there is unmistakably hopeful.
Oh yeah, the blue one.
Cabin hopeful. It was just this tiny little cabin in central Vermont, and so much music recorded there. And you could hear I really could not play the drums, and yet I did.
I don't know. I thought it sounded good.
Well, it's there.
The first part especially sounds a lot like the drums on what's the name of McCartney's first solo album?
Ooh You.
Huh?
Ooh You.
No, it's for that. Did your gain go down on your mic?
No, I just went away from it as I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Ooh You. I'm not. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good toms on that.
Yeah, but it's got that slippery kind of just good backbeat, which it sounds really good, man.
Well, thank you. It was from the formative years. Some of these recordings, you can tell we learned more from doing them than others.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes it comes across and it sounds good because of that. And sometimes the learning that we did led it to sounding bad. Like I learned more about bass than many other things where the bass was fine and you didn't have to do anything to it. That sounded really bad, and it never recovered. Now, I have a special track for you. Speaking of Hopeful the Cabin, once upon a time, we crammed in there, along with friends, some of the first time that you and I had collaborated with other musicians.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Myself and
Riding Shotgun?
Out of
Yeah.
Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Joe De Pasquale, Chris Antonovich, Tom Stepsis all came up for a weekend.
That was intense.
600 square feet? No, half that.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah,
A
and
few Hammonds, an upright piano, 3 or 4 pedal boards.
I remember going to sleep at like 2 or 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning or whatever that was. People were like strategically sleeping between the drum set and the organ, and
Yeah, and a wood stove, and
someone was up in between the kitchen counter and the doorway.
Yeah. I mean, it was super intense. What a commitment to music. And this happened a few different weekends.
They brought a shit ton of gear too.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was already in my house
A shit ton
nothing
of gear.
but gear.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of recordings from that. We had a lot of fun. And we took one of those recordings and we decided to do one of our favorite things to it for this Your Favorite Songs cover album. That's right. So we had a whole band recording: bass, drums, guitar, piano, vocal, and guitar, because you're playing acoustic and Joe's playing electric.
Yep.
So we had a whole band.
All live.
We found just the right percentage above 100%.
Yes.
And it was not just random. So here you go. Check this out.
I love this. I know what this is. Great.
Got a call from an old friend, we used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast. Now he gives them a stand-up routine in LA. I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong, don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. Let me tell you, you can't sleep alone in a strange place. Let me tell you, you can't sleep with somebody else. Not sooner or later, you sleep in your own space. Either way, it's okay, you wake up with yourself. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong, don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone.
Holy Lord.
That's the power of sound recording, folks. That's the power of the environment in which we have to play around as artists.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was probably, I mean, where the original is,
I have the original.
You have the original, and it probably sounds pretty good.
It does sound really good, but this makes it sound better.
It really does. It tightens it right up. There's something about the frequencies that just really work for this recording.
Agreed. It's like the ghost of Bill Monroe. It's so high and so fast.
Right. Great. And I like that once the words stop, the drumming becomes humanly unplayable. Like just over the edge of unplayable. I mean, yeah, you can try, but that's boy, that is something.
That's great, man.
I hope more people get to experience that.
What a hidden gem.
Right? Mm-hmm. So now is the track that started the hunt.
Well, wait, before we leave that real quick.
Yeah.
In case anyone wants to check out further, that part of that collaboration, those guys are Riding Shotgun.
RidingShotgun.com.
You can find them there, and I believe they also have a YouTube channel. They do.
That's right. Oh, they do. They do. Yeah, RidingShotgun.com. Just how that? They do.
We have to say .com still? Is that a thing?
Well, it could be .org.
.uk.
.x.
.uk.
.don. I haven't seen that one yet.
Ooh, that's coming.
Podcast.don.
Download.don.
Download. Yeah. I used to use a fake email called finn@dog.com with 2 G's. But I digress. We are the Don Loans Project, Jacob Snyder and Chris Smith. We are talking about our history of recording. We're right around 2008, 2009. We're having a blast. And so the album Your Favorite Songs was missing 5 tracks. And there was one track that after the last episode of this very podcast, we were talking and realized it's missing. So I went looking and I found it. It's only 37 seconds. Do you want to set it up? Do you want to describe what it is? Because
I don't know.
It's not. Oh, yeah, you do.
It's 37 seconds?
Yes.
I don't have any idea.
It's 37 seconds. It's somebody else's material. It's got a famous speed up, slow down moment in it.
Oh, Jesus.
It's from one of your favorite films.
It's from one of my favorite films.
If I give you one word in Spanish, you will know it.
Okay, give it to me.
Cuando.
Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm ready. This is a wonderful rendition of a song that doesn't get played all the way through. You just get a snippet of it in the movie The Blues Brothers. This is by Murph and the Magic Tones, and I believe this song is actually called Murph. Wave.
Right. So in the movie The Blues Brothers, the band is broken up. Murph, Mac Guitar Murphy.
And Tom Bones Malone. No, not Mac Guitar Murphy. It was Tom Bones Malone, Murph, Blue Lou Marini.
Blue Lou.
Right. Donald Duck Dunn on the bass.
They were all in the band at the Ramada?
Yeah, well, most of the band left with Murph. Mac Guitar Murphy went back to his old lady, Aretha Franklin, and worked the griddle. Remember?
Right. But this is in the scene where they're going to get the band back together.
Right.
And the Blues Brothers walk in and they see what one of their former bandmates is doing. But we took it and put it on this album and sped it up.
Right.
But then slowed it down.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Let's hear it.
Hey, dime cuándo tú verás. Dime cuándo. Cachando tú verás. Nanze le como mai, cuando.
Thank you. You're marvelous. You're marvelous. Thank you. I'm Murph, and these are the Magic Tones. We'll be back with the Magic Tones for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
That's great. What a nice little filler.
Yeah, we chose to put that on the on the Your Favorite Songs album as part of the sound collage. It's hard to imagine that going into the next, into like Miguel Jackson.
Sounds like what we did was we started off with it way sped up and then actually brought it down to its original speed at the very, like it ends at its original speed.
Yeah, which why?
Why not?
True.
I realize there's one band member in there that I can't remember the name of. It's the drummer. Yeesh.
Ooh.
I'll be catching some flack for that. I can't remember who he was. He wore a sweet visor, like a poker visor.
Oh, I remember. I can remember him waving to Jim Belushi as he goes through the trap door.
Yeah, when they got to get out of it.
Yeah. He's just... Yeah. All right,
it's
well...
ladies' night. Lake Wazapamani.
Is that your favorite movie of all time, The Blues Brothers?
No. It's up there. No, if I had to pick, no, it's gotta be Ghostbusters. It's gotta be.
Ooh.
It's gotta be.
We haven't talked Large and Moving Toward yet, have we?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, folks, did you know we pay homage to the Ghostbusters in a coming episode of the Doncast? We promise to discuss that, as well as name another film that we pay homage to.
All our prisoners will be released. You will perish in flames. Other films we pay homage to. Geez, we've done a bunch.
In a series called Power Hours, I can think of at least two. There's one called Uncle Billy Power Hour.
Yep.
And then there's another called Defense Power Hour.
Defense Power Hour. We've got, of course, we've discussed the song Rupert Pupkin, which is about the movie The King of Comedy.
Right. And you can't drive a car with a shower curtain ring.
That's right. Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You can't drive a car with a shower curtain ring. I'm not sure that's it, but
that's close to the lyric. Yeah, we do a lot of things, folks, and there's a lot more to come. What?
Sound advice.
Yeah, it is. It's sound advice, and go see a movie. Watch a movie. Now, I've got another. I'm going to give you the last 30 seconds of my other solo contribution to Your Favorite Songs, which was a Tom Waits cover.
Okay.
Recorded on the Wing and Sons piano back in this cabin that keeps coming up.
Need to borrow money to pay this lawyer, Charlie. I'll be eligible for parole come Valentine's Day.
I love that Buzz never stopped us. This episode has proven that years into this recording process, if there was Buzz, that was a lot of hiss.
That was a lot.
I kind of thought it would be better than that, just because, it was just me and a piano, and I'm pretty sure I did, but hey.
Well, here's the thing, though. The lower the count of instrument and or voices, the more obvious the buzz and or hiss.
True.
Right?
True.
Called the old noise floor for those out there that are interested in the scientific end of things.
Now, the noise floor was probably highest on the song When You Reply. That was pretty intense. My
mother-in-law lives in a almost 200-year-old house. That thing's so creaky. You want to talk about a noise floor.
Well, the last tune that we're going to discuss here, we've gotten through the entire Your Favorite Songs album.
That's it. Holy cow.
And yes, we would decide to do even more covers, and we'll be talking about our next project on the next episode. But, we never had a set schedule. As I think about it, the song that we just heard an excerpt of, Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis by Tom Waits, I might have recorded that years before we decided to put it on this album in 2009.
Well, a lot of our projects have stuff that, while the majority of it would have been during that time, we would, cherry pick things that had been done before because they fit with the rest of the material, or at least so we thought.
Right. And for not having an audience whatsoever, we did start to amass a pretty big pile of what we called alt songs.
Oh, the alt songs.
Somehow that just got named, and that's why there's 84 tracks in a bonus playlist on our YouTube channel, because these were songs that we liked, or recordings that we did, or experiments, or learning moments.
I would call them the poor, the tired, the huddled masses of the catalog.
That's good. But, I love the idea that artists, if we were working with canvases, we could afford to never throw a single one away and maybe redo it later, decades later. Digital recording always allowed for that.
Well, not only that, but, there's something, even when you're, unlike live performance, when you're solely recording music, even at that, unlike some of the other forms of artistic expression, it is always gone when you're done. Whether or not you still have it or not, it's gone and it's out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not like, a movie where someone's like, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna redo that. Like I'm gonna take. I guess they do it, but but to have such a back catalog of these things and to say, oh yeah, that fits here. Let's grab that.
Well, and I understand that there's a tradition of polished musical performance. You don't play it for people. You don't play it in front of people until you're good at it.
Right.
Digital recording and the catalog of the Don Loans Project resoundingly proves that wrong.
Well, that's true. It also proves that, your audience is what you make it, or what you make of it. And for us, an audience of 2 was plenty.
Right. That's true. Oh, I like that idea. Now that it's out there to the world, that I didn't give that noise floor more attention a dozen years ago doesn't at all bother me. And in fact, I become even more proud of the blemishes, because you can see the things that, well, to your ears might sound best. Something in here has to sound good.
Which is funny because it runs at odds with how much time we used to spend trying to account for a lot of that stuff. And I feel like we're mostly always trying to push towards better production, better arrangement, better content, lyrically or musically, all of these things. But, looking back on a lot of it, it's like you said, it's some of that, it's some of those blemishes that give it its humanity.
Right. And because we weren't on a timetable, we would do a 3, 4, 5 minute track, and I would think about it for a long time. I would listen to it over and over. It wasn't as much an ego thing, because sometimes it was like, wow, that part sounded great. That didn't at all.
Right.
Those early mixes and learning from that. Yeah. I guess the catalog becomes a little more cloudy when you think about how polished the Steely Dan material sounds and how some of this doesn't. But then again, some of this was bonus that wasn't meant for public consumption.
But I think that's kind of apples and oranges a little bit too, just because, with that project, that Steely Dan project, I mean, those were songs, not just things you've heard a million times. They're embedded into your brain. And like you and I had heard those to the point where they sort of set their own bar for that stuff. And that wasn't necessarily our bar, but that was where our brains were. Like if we had gone out of our way to write an album of material like that, with that kind of production value, I don't think it would have come out like that.
Right.
You know, but because it was somebody else's bar that was being set, I think maybe just subconsciously that kind of worked out that way.
Hey, let me put in a plug. If you want to know where the musical bar has been between the two of us, you can tune into a different program. It's on WFVR. It will be airing on December 10th.
Right.
Thursday, December 10th, 2 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Mountain. It is the Superhero Sandbox. It's a special 2-hour episode where Jacob and I just pick good songs or songs that we really want to hear, like The Stallion Part 2.
Or 3. I'm not sure which one it actually
Or 3. It's the one with the ABC count in it.
A, B, C, D. No, definitely tune into that. And now that is there the ability for folks to listen to that after it's been broadcast as well?
That's right. Yes. Thank you for asking. On Friday, Friday, December 11th, that episode will go onto replay. So go to WFVR.org or RoyaltonCommunityRadio.org and click on replay. You'll see Superhero Sandbox starting on Friday, December 11th, the Don Loans special, where we pick out all kinds of songs and talk about Steely Dan a bunch.
Yeah,
Dan demos.
As if you weren't sick of that already.
Yeah, if you need a few more hours of us talking about Steely Dan, you know where to find it now. Luckily, we have something else to talk about, and it's the last track. It's just under 2.5 minutes.
It's not Josie, is it?
No, it's not a cover. It's an original tune that you and I did. I came over to your house. We weren't sure what we were doing. I remember the events well.
That's like every time.
It's true. Well, sometimes it's like, hey, we gotta go do, you know.
I know, but I think a lot of people don't work that way. We always just sort of were like, here we go.
Yeah, but on this night, on this very special night, a very special visitor to your farm propelled us to write a song.
Oh, okay. I'm ready. I know what this is.
You know what this is? Describe the event. What happened?
As I recall,
it was winter.
It was winter, and we had a couple other friends here as well. Friends from the horse industry, and Anna was sort of entertaining them outside, doing barn stuff. And lo and behold, this small hound showed up, and he was very cold, and he was very pathetic and hound-like, and very small too. Very small. And I remember they brought him inside. I don't know. This lost dog just showed up, and
you're like a half mile from the road.
Yeah, we're a fair distance from about anything. So this guy showed up, and I believe they put him in the sink to try to get him cleaned up because he was pretty filthy.
Oh, I remember that.
And I also recall that he decided to release the anal glands.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember that part. Which, in the middle of winter, with the house closed up and the wood stove cranking to about 3 million degrees.
Yeah.
Smells wonderful.
Wow, I forgot. Man.
And there was some libations, and we ended up naming him the captain.
I think I slept over that night, actually.
Oh, you definitely did.
There was no driving this night. So here's a song, a rollicking tune. Now, what happened to the dog?
So
it got taken to a friend or something.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened after that.
Oh no.
He was a lost dog, and then he was found, so.
And here's the song about him. His name
it all worked out.
Oh yeah. His name was the Captain.
Arr.
Wait, count it off.
Hey there, Captain. What's been happening? You've been lost like simple, keep it simple. Don't forget I'm just a dog. Just a dog. Baby, what's been happening? Have you been lost like a dog? Baby, what's been happening? Have you been lost like a dog? Hey there, Captain, what's been happening? Have you been lost like a dog? I need a bath, do the math, I'm just a dog. Don't make it too complicated. I smell really bad. 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 I smell really bad.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
Dude, that's a great song. I'm really surprised.
Don't make it too complicated.
Dude, I need to do the math. I need a bath.
What was the other one?
Give me kibble, keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Give me kibble. Give me food. Give me warmth. That's fucking hysterical.
Yeah, that's quite a song. I like that it's got to be that ham and tea that you had.
Yeah, that's the ham and tea, and then the what was that little spinet that I had?
Yeah, that nice piano spinet. I heard that in there. But you know what's interesting is that fuzz guitar tone that's there, and then it goes away, and then it comes back for the solo.
Yep.
It's a very large fuzzy guitar.
Oh yeah, all the fuzz.
It's a good one. So that is The Captain, as found on our bonus playlist.
And that wraps up your favorite songs.
It does. This has been the Doncast. It's always such a joy to talk about all of the work that we've done.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, folks, thanks for joining us.
Don't forget, only you can prevent forest fires.